Hello, welcome to the course there. DreamHack Masters Overtime Show exclusively on Caffeine. Thank you so much for sticking around and waiting for us as we get ready, because I promise you it's going to be worth the wait, because we're going to have two of our champions joining us on the stage very shortly indeed here at the Malmo Arena. But before we do, let's find out what's coming up on the show. We are going to be welcoming and celebrating the champions of Malmo, taking a deep dive look into how they got here, and also we are going to be talking about what makes a good coach. So I'm particularly interested in hearing what Sponge has got to say about that one, as he is no stranger to playing himself. He's scrunching up his face though. I should probably introduce him. We do have much more coming up. I'm going to be testing your knowledge as well. I actually haven't looked at the quiz questions yet, so we'll see what happens. What's up? Are you upset?
No, I don't know how I could possibly know what makes a good coach, because I was a terrible player, so it makes it a little bit more difficult for me. That's not a good place to start. Anders thinks a little bit harder than I.
I don't know if I think harder. I'm good at making it sound like
more?
that.
You think more than anyone in this entire building, Anders.
I'm very good at improvising. I think that's my key.
Yeah.
I'm not well prepared. I just improvise a lot.
You've improvised a fabulous look tonight, though. Look at this. Look at this. What do we think, ladies and gentlemen? Do we like Anders' horns? Yeah.
What do you call this look, Anders?
I think it's like the Viking look needed an update. So it's like a 2019 Viking.
The droopy Viking.
Now, did you know this though? Viking helmets actually did not even have horns in real life. That is all just made up.
This is fake. This is absolutely
fake.
fraudulent.
No
I'm really
horns in real
upset
life.
right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's gone. Sorry, it had a lovely Fnatic logo drawn on it by one of the gentlemen in our audience. Thank you very much for that. Right. I need to go through what happened here in Malmo, just in case any of you missed it. For some reason you tuned into this and you didn't see the tournament. So let's take a look at the bracket. And Sponge, talk me through.
All right, well, we're just going to offer you the playoff bracket here. But before that, we lost EG and Liquid, two of the best teams in the world. And then for who knows how we got here, NIP and Fnatic, they made it through to the playoffs with new rosters. We had the same thing with multiple other teams throughout this. Not only did Fnatic then beat NIP, they then went on to beat the best team in the world 2-0 and destroyed them on Nuke. We got the debut of Na'Vi, which I know Anders is bloody excited about.
I was very happy.
And then Vitality were able to slay them, and then we just had that absolute blockbuster 3-map huge series to be the icing on the cake. It was great.
It was absolutely great. And to talk to us about that series and what it was like to lift this trophy, we have got two of the star players from Fnatic. It is, of course, JW and Brolin. Here they come. This crowd has waited for a long time to see these boys, and you can understand why. Gents, please come and join me. We do have to make you share a microphone, though.
No, Brolin can sit next to me and take mine. Me and Anders we'll scrunch up. Here you go, man. Say this.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Well, the confetti's settled, boys. Has it sunk in that you're our champions yet?
Not yet, I think. But maybe not even tonight, but tomorrow, probably, hopefully.
And Brolin, it's such a joy seeing you celebrating on that stage. Whose back did you leap onto? Can you even remember?
Repeat question. I don't
It's okay, don't worry. It's quite an echoey arena. I was just admiring your celebration because I think you just jumped into someone's arms, but I'm not sure whose.
I think it was our coach, Samuelsson. So.
Yeah,
I think Chad's got a question.
I think it was
He's grabbing
mine
a
over here,
microphone.
but
Yeah.
I was going to ask a question to you. You know when we were in Shanghai earlier in the year, did your parents come with you then?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw them like sitting in the stands. I was like, that must be Brolin's parents. How is it to have they come to you to many events?
It was Shanghai. I don't remember. Yeah, Shanghai, Cologne, and now.
That's pretty cool, man, because my dad, he didn't like me playing Counter-Strike, and your parents, they're bloody traveling around the world with you. That's an experience that I think you're going to be very grateful for in a couple of years' time. That's insane.
I just want to make sure, did your parents not like you playing Counter-Strike specifically, or just kids playing Counter-Strike?
When I was his age, video games in Australia were a waste of time. Now it's a little bit different, of course. Look at this place.
and they wanted you to be a plumber, right?
I was a plumber. Yeah.
I know you were a plumber.
I have a really good, because people seem to think that me and JW and Flusher were not friends, but I have a good story, and maybe you remember. Do you remember MSI Beat It 2013?
Yeah.
I remember that like it was yesterday, and then we went to boot camp and you guys came and stayed with us. And then, for all the Swedes here, all of you dirty NIP fans, anyway, At DreamHack Winter 2013, the first major ever, there was me, the Vox Eminor guys, Top Gun's dad, and my girlfriend at the time. So 7 of us. There was 7.
And a plastic kangaroo.
And the plastic kangaroo Kev. And we sat in the front row. We snuck in. Don't tell DreamHack. We snuck in. We got to the front row and we sat directly in front of them. And we were the only people in that entire arena cheering for you boys. And that right there, that's why I'm a Fnatic fan for life, Anders.
Well, so I actually have pictures of that event on my phone with the kangaroo and everything, because I was there too. And I remember Delpan buying a lot of scarves from a Chinese person at a huge overprice. Because he was there too. Yeah, back in 2013. I'll find the pictures for you. It's good. It's a good walk down memory lane. I appreciate it.
I think MSI beat it was when Shox did 3 aces in a best of 3 against us. Pistol rounds, yeah.
That was in the final, right?
Yeah, the final actually. So we didn't get a single pistol round.
Now, Chad, I know you've got a clip. You want to take a dive into something that happened in the match. What have you got for us?
This one here, now I want to know for you boys who made this call, right? Or what the communication was. Now, this was the Inferno play, the last round of Inferno. Now, we all know how that round played out.
Yeah,
Top mid smoke landed, right? The Molotov went to arch side. Zawu makes the kill. There's like 20 seconds left on the clock. We can probably start playing it. Let's push that button, production. Here we go. So you've got banana control. Let's walk through this. You've got banana control. You know, you've done your top banana nades, and then you're going to start scurrying back towards mid. We've got boiler and halls control with Crim's halls. I think you're the boiler player, right?
Yeah.
And then the top mid smoke's going to come out from golden. You're posturing around. But this has to be an A finish, right? Can you tell us, was the strat to go for an A wrap? Were you trying to A wrap here?
Yeah, the call was to do an A-Rap, yeah. We knew Saivo played a lot in small pit. Instead of throwing a B-split smoke, we were supposed to smoke library and Molotov small pit, so he would be stuck there, and then we could either wrap them on A or we could do a B-split.
Okay, so this is where this round gets spicy, right? So there's an exchange of grenades here. The Molotov, look, boys, you might need to practice it because it didn't land in the right spot. But Zawu's going to get 1 kill here onto golden, and then who makes the call to run back and make the fake onto B? Who's that?
So here it was flash out.
Yeah, it was flash. I think it was like a panic call.
Okay.
Not a panic call, but they panic in TeamSpeak, I think. And they just flash a call it. We fake step towards B and then we go back and just, yeah. I don't know, it worked.
You made the kill onto RPK, right? So he was under porch the entire time. Yeah. This is Flush's POV. He doesn't even really see anybody, right? If you look at that fake, you're like, uh-oh. You make that kill, the bomb site's wide open, and at that point, that's GG, right?
Yeah.
At that point, right? Yeah. I was just wanted to know who made that call. So Flusher making it, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, yeah, I told him one guy was close short because I heard RPK go close short. So we had that information, but then Flusher said, okay, let's just everybody run down mid, fake that we're going towards B, and then we sneak up mid again. And we did that, and Brolan got the kill, and yeah, they were just...
I heard the guys started rotate to B too, so...
Yeah, nice. That was a great call. That was an awesome round. To watch that in overtime, that's the stuff that I like to see. That's great.
Thanks, Flusher.
Flusher back.
Well, talking about Flusher being back, whose decision was it to bring him back?
I think it was a mutual decision, to be honest. We stayed in touch all the time since he left the team. And yeah, I think I somewhat want to believe that he turned down all these teams to wait for us, because to me it makes no sense to just sit on the bench rejecting FaZe, rejecting NIP, rejecting all these teams, you know. But then when things started to go pretty bad for us, we just told each other it's time.
It was time for him.
And what's it like for you, Brolin? Because now you're playing with this legendary lineup.
I mean, started play with EAW and Queens was very insane. And when we bring Flasha, I think I don't know, when we started practice and he do the things that are just satisfying. And that's, I don't know, it's just satisfying when you're watching him clutching, so, yeah.
I have a question.
You can ask question.
Thank you, JW, I appreciate it a lot. I was wondering, back in the previous Fnatic era, one of the things that made it looked from the outside like that made that team so scary was that you would have this moment halfway through the game. It was a close game where you'd win, one upset round, and you could see everybody was laughing. Suddenly, you guys were all looking like you just knew something had kicked in, and it was like and then that was the comeback moment every single time. And that seemed to be just outside of the personal skill of the team and the overall sort of just overall aim. There seemed to be some sort of chemistry that was working on the team at that time. And looking at this tournament, it felt like something like that is starting to work again. Do you have that feeling internally as well?
Yeah, I think me, Crims, and Flasha, the three of us together, makes a pretty good foundation. And we have always been very good, in my opinion, to adapt. And that's what made us win a lot of titles before. So yeah, I think we just have this feeling that we can do this stuff, and we know that Flash is going to do this thing, and we don't need to communicate those things. But when you create a new team, for example, when we lost Flasha, we had to go through all these things, and that made it very hard for me and Crims as well, because these things that's so obvious to us, you know, it's not obvious to someone else, and you need to tell them, like, okay, when I throw this flash, you need to react in this way. So yeah, we just have that thing, and I think that was a very hard thing for me and Crims personally when we didn't have Flasha, for example, because it's a very good thing to have, and it's a safety thing, I would say.
Now, before I let you guys go, I've just got one more question, and it's actually about your coach, Samuelsson, because he used to coach Fnatic Academy, now he's your manager. You're a big, strong team of boisterous personalities, shall we say. Someone's got to keep you in check. How much of a factor did he have in this win?
A lot. We did this, everybody as a unit. I think he had equal part, like the mental coach as a player. We did this together, and yeah, as you said, he has been coaching the academy team before, but then he was the manager. And that's the kind of guy we need. We don't need someone to tell me, Flash and Crims, like, you're gonna do this smokes and these strats. We need someone to just put the foot down, slam the desk and say, you're gonna work hard now. And that's the kind of guy he is. I respect him a lot, and I think we work very good together. And yeah, we need that kind of respect within the team, that it's business now. It's no joking around. It's time to work.
Well, you worked blooming hard to raise that trophy, and you absolutely deserve it. Malmo Arena, I know there's just a few of us left, but please give it up for your champions. Fnatic!
Thank you, guys.
Gentlemen, you are free to go. Get your
you.
dancing shoes on. I'll see you on the dance floor.
Congratulations, boys. That was a inspired victory, I think. Congrats, man.
Now, the reason I asked these boys about their new coach is because we want to take a look at what makes a very good coach. We asked some of the players to get us their thoughts.
A good coach is someone that can stamp his authority on the team without taking too much space and letting individuals do what they want to do. He's kind of the father figure to the whole team, and he usually has a good relationship with the in-game leader because they work together a lot.
A good coach is the one who supports every player in what they want to do and helps them achieve that goal, putting himself or herself in front of everything that the team needs, and he provides it.
A great coach, I think, to me, it's someone who doesn't care about exposure. He doesn't care about his own success. He can't be selfish, basically. He has to put everybody else in focus first.
Well, there you have it. That's what some of our pro players think. For me, when I think of a great coach, I think of the blueprint set by Zonic. Just how much did he change the game in that aspect, Sponge?
I think before that, the coaching role was very much up in the air. You didn't know what a coach should represent or what they should contribute. And look, he holds his cards very close to his chest, so we are just kind of guessing and piecing together what he can actually contribute, and that's the same for all the coaches across the board. Not too many of them have come out and spoken to me, even in private, about what the actual work is that they do. But I think the most important part is tailoring yourself to the players you have in front of you. I think down the track, 5-10 years time, the coach will be the one who decides the players that he wants. But right now we're still in a bit of an in-between where they have to work together, and the coach needs to be probably the most malleable member of the squad.
Well, as far as I know, Sonic is the first one who actually had the power to bench people on a team. So that's a huge amount of trust that the players have to have in him before they can obviously extend that and just say, fine, okay, you can do that. But if that really works, I think you almost have to have that power, otherwise, in what sense are you actually the coach?
Yeah, and look, just so people can understand, you know, Stunner is an example of somebody who I can point out as a manager that you might all remember. He was the manager of Cloud9, but not only was he the manager, he was the dad, he was doing the travel. You know, he was making sure, he was the one who the players would talk to when they had problems. And he was having to do like a coaching role in terms of standing behind them and keeping them in the straight and narrow. Now they're all defined, right? We have managers, we've got you know, sports psychologists to look after the teams. These guys have even got people to just take them to the gym. So the game has changed completely in that perspective, and that's happened over what, a 2-3 year run? That's happened very quickly.
Yeah, it's almost no time at all, is it? And presumably that's just going to continue to evolve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really think it's hugely important. I think there's another thing which is a big problem in this game generally, is that when you have 5 people that are all trying to sort of, you know, accomplish the same goal, let's say that goal is winning a major tournament, something like that, there are going to be so many detours along the way where people have infighting or somebody's breaking up with a girlfriend or there's some other thing happening. So in an ideal world, I think even the coach could be the person to mediate some of those fights and to sort of say, you know, let's get back on track, because otherwise things get way off track for a while.
Well, these are kids, right? Let's be honest. You know, we're all adults here, but we still struggle with things that I'm sure all of these players do. So with keeping that in mind, they have to keep their real life in check. The coach has to make sure that he has his finger on the pulse in terms of how they all function together in and outside of the game. Even though they're being told, you know, this is a professional business, you're rocking up to work. If I was a 17-year-old kid like Brolin and I was being given first of all, the amount of money that these kids are having, the responsibility to travel around the world and perform for a brand which is known worldwide, that's something which that's pressure. That's something which none of us know how to deal with until we're thrown in front of it. And that's why I think the coaches, especially the older ones like Zonic, they're fathers. Oh, he's back.
He is back. Hello, did you forget? Oh, he forgot the trophy.
Don't forget that.
It's been a while since he won one. He forgot what it's like to hold one. He can be forgiven. Thank you very much, JW. Well, to be honest, that kind of segues me nicely from that rather serious topic into the top 5 fails of the tournament. And no, JW forgetting the trophy wasn't one of them. So let's look at number 5. This is North versus Na'Vi, obviously on Overpass.
It's always nice when you get to take down a teammate in the flurry, especially, was that Volda who he killed?
I was just about to say.
I think so.
Well, considering Volda's leaving them for OG, hey mate, cop a couple more of them, I guess.
Yeah.
That's pretty mean, isn't it? Just not
We've
even
already got OG
just letting him go, but sending him right out the door.
I wonder if surely they knew that this was Valda's last tournament, but they kept it so quiet.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it under wraps.
Well, we should have known because Gage was now the in-game leader. But we didn't think it was because of that.
Yeah, well, they should get config, but I don't think they will, so.
Oh, that would be so good.
They should not get rid of Valda, I think is the...
It's too late, Anders.
That is the equivalent of Fnatic getting rid of Golden.
You think if Big Daddy No-Tail comes knocking on your door, you're saying no to a back-to-back TI winner?
Well, that's a good point, isn't it? Like, once that deal is made, it's probably not going to be unmade.
Made in blood.
Yeah.
Quite possibly, but I wonder about that. I think that's going to be a problem later on, I'm not going to lie.
Listen, just put config on Nuke in any team and I'm a happy woman. I just want to see him. I want to see that aim come out and those multi-kills. Now, let's look at number 4. This is Vitality versus Na'Vi. And this is Apex. The French killing the British. Savage hit on Alex there.
Well, that's not really how history tells the story, but
Listen,
yeah.
we won the war. That's all I'm saying.
Well, precisely. So, look, I'm part British, Anders. What are you?
Neither, luckily.
He's a star man.
I think we spent most of... I threw away the Viking helmet. We spent most of our time raiding the British.
Oh, that's right. There's a
That
bit
is
of
true.
pillaging.
Yeah, stuff like that going on. Yeah. I will say about that clip, though, I think if you're in traffic, right, if you're the guy sort of driving into somebody else, you're always at fault, right? I think in insurance claims, that's how it works. So this time, I think it was the guy, it was at Apex.
It was his fault?
But I do want to say, like, stay clear of the line of fire, you know?
Well, he was kind of in his blind spot a little bit, wasn't he?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know. I feel like if someone's committed to that fight, just, you know...
Maybe number 3 will be better. So far, these fouls have just been heinous acts of violence.
They have been indeed. Yeah, it's not getting any better from there. Number 3 is Astralis versus G2, and this is on Nuke. It's a smoky one.
Oh. Well, Glaive can normally see through the smoke, so I'm surprised he killed a teammate in that regard. What does this mean?
I don't know, but he does it so often. I think that is
Or
a
is it
reference.
this-
Surely
this-
it's a reference to the... I can't do it. I
don't
tried
know.
the other day and it
I don't
failed
know.
miserably.
Don't break your arm.
It's fine. The show is over, guys. It's fine. It's fine. Number 2 then. NIP versus Fnatic. Let's see the best fail from the Swedish derby, and it involves Rez killing himself.
Was he the last player alive? I think I remember this. Or maybe I don't. I think the round was timing out. So if anything, he was kind of smart about it. It was a smart fail.
That's where you need the coach to be your PR agent, don't you, at that point? Just to come out and say, you know what, it wasn't a fail. It was all
Someone to
psychological
defend him.
warfare. He was trying to...
Yeah, I
trying to
won't
mess
let
with
you
them.
kill me. I'll kill myself.
I'm that crazy. Watch out for next round.
Listen, as a silver nun, that fail makes me feel really better about some of the things I've done in game. Number 1, though, what topped our list? It's from Ent versus Vitality, and this is on Nuke.
I thought it was going to be the fact they replaced Alexi B, but no.
That's a top 5 fail of all time, as opposed to the tournament.
No, I jest. Ents will be back. Sunny's a good player.
Not so easy
is
for Ents after all.
The funny thing is, every time I see a Ents fan, I'm just like, so you team Ents or team Alexi B? And they're always like, team Alexi B.
I know, it's crazy, right? I had the same thing today when I saw them. I
It's a
said, who are
class
you
of
going to
the
be
audience.
going for? And they all went Alexi B. So this is the thing. If you're a Counter-Strike team and you remove your in-game leader, you're turning yourself into a villain. So maybe don't replace the in-game leader so flippantly.
I think we should be happy about the fact that in-game leaders are getting any hype at all.
Whoa!
Think about for how long the in-game leader was the guy who was always going to be kicked, removed, hated on, and
I
the
feel
superstar
attacked.
would be the only one. Well, it's
I
not
built
clear
my
you did
entire
any
career
kind
on
of
being a
in-game
bad
leadership on that
in-game
team,
leader.
Chad. I'm not going to lie. We never got that sense, did we?
Guys, I'm kind of enjoying the slight tension between you two right now.
It's
I'm
just
not
love.
gonna lie. It is love, and I want to make you hate each other by putting you together in a quiz. I say together. You're apart right now. You're going head to head, but
Okay.
I need you to create a buzzer sound. Caca! Okay, lovely.
Need that one, Anders.
Anders, come on.
I've got to make a buzzer sound.
Yeah.
Ah,
You can just say your own name if you
He
want
does
to.
it again! Again and again and again!
that's 2 for Chad.
That was yours, though. Okay. What about, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? That's fine.
Okay, right. You
That's
just
the
got to
buzzer
say it
sound.
really quickly. The first person to buzz in obviously gets to answer first. So let's look at question number 1. Which team did Let Go and Twist play in when NIP won in Malmo?
Godsend.
Correct.
Correct.
I wasn't even playing Counter-Strike. I had just retired.
This is so unfair.
What do you
Like,
mean?
Have you
Test
ever
an analyst about his Counter-Strike knowledge. I wonder how this one will go.
Have you ever seen me in quizzes before? You know how this works out?
Yeah, I have.
Where's Jason?
You got Jason to bail you out.
Where's he at?
You know, right. Question number 2, please. That's 1 point to Chad. Which team did Forrest play in when he had his Swedish breakthrough in early 2000? A, Too Easy, B, Compagnet, or C, VXO?
Jesus,
Are
I'm
you
not that
kidding me?
old.
I'm just going to say before you do. I'm going to say Company it. B.
Incorrect.
Wow.
Okay.
Do I get a shot?
You do get a
Right.
shot, although you didn't say your buzzer sound, so I
Hold
wouldn't
on.
give you the point anyway.
If he gets a shot, he's got way more of a chance.
Well, Anders, I didn't make the rules.
33% chance for me. It's 50-50.
I didn't make the rules here, Anders.
Wow.
Thanks, man.
Did that
Let's
guy
go with
yell A or C?
Yeah, he did. Let's go with
Did
C.
you just hear what
Let's
producer
do C.
Daniela said?
Correct.
C. Was that right? That was
Wow.
right. That was right.
Thank you.
Producer Daniela was like, Chad's
Wow.
cute, so he can have the point. What are you saying about Anders, producer Daniela?
Sorry, what?
It doesn't matter anyway, right? She likes a beard, so basically, producer Daniela is saying you both scrub up very well. Let's go on to the next question. Which team dominated the female CS scene in early 2000? Go on, Chad.
I'm gonna say SK. It's probably wrong.
Correct.
Oh,
You're
well, here
correct.
you go. This is that's what we call
Literally-
taking a stab in the dark, Anders.
You're winning everything. It's almost boring. Right, next question. Malmo had a mini restaurant specifically made for tiny guests, but who were these tiny guests?
I'm gonna go with B because the other two don't make any
Correct.
sense.
Yep. Yes.
Wow, you
Lice,
gave him the
mice,
answers
or the other
beforehand,
one.
and this
Oh
is just
my
some
God,
kind of-
that's so
Anders,
cute.
I was
Gag,
working
isn't
the
it?
final. I didn't have any chance to cheat on this one.
Wow.
Funny thing is, right, I held a tarantula. It's in the blooper reel. It didn't make to the edit of me and Alex's video. And people really freaked out about me having a tarantula. But surely mice are worse because they have tails and they run around.
No, we've all seen Ratatouille.
Yeah, but Ratatouille is such a pointless film. It tells us nothing about the world. Someone just said, what? What did she say?
I'm confused.
Disney
as well.
movies always have a message.
And Ratatouille doesn't.
I haven't seen it, I'm not gonna lie.
Dumbo's got that elephants on parade. No,
Yeah,
what's it called?
basically, if you have big ears, don't worry about them because you might actually be able to fly. That's the message of Dumbo.
Oh, did you understand that?
And don't do drugs.
That's my favorite scene in the movie where he's hallucinating.
Oh yeah. Well, I've seen that. I haven't seen Ratatouille.
Don't show Walter that. Yeah, he's a bit young.
Yeah.
No, we're trying to avoid that for now.
Yeah,
All
don't
Disney
go too
movies are
much.
like that. They're all brutal.
That's how I
Aladdin's
like them.
not.
That's
Yeah,
how I like them.
We watched The Lion King, and it's rough.
It's the circle of life, my friend. Right, we've got another question. Which pastry is typical for this region of Sweden? I know there are people who know
A.
this answer, so A,
Wait,
cinnamon buns, B,
are you
James
kidding me?
pastries.
I already
Oh.
cacard.
You know what, Anders?
I'll give it to you. Go for it,
Yeah,
Anders.
you've got a nice beard, so I'm giving it to you. Go on.
Wow. Thanks. A.
No.
Incorrect.
C.
Yes!
Correct.
And now you can taste some spit cake.
I'm so
Spit cake,
sad.
guys. That's
No.
a-
You know what?
So eat some spit cake.
This is
How
the
do
spit
we
cake.
eat this? Do we just chop it?
Frankie, I don't want to leave you hanging here, but Anders and I are on a bit of a...
Wow. Do that again.
Oh, that's going to hurt.
That's impressive.
It actually kind of does as well. I
can
want
we
to give
try?
some to the audience in a bit. We've got to try. I don't know really how you eat this. I'm so glad this is a hand mic so you don't have to hear me.
Are we meant to chop
Yeah,
it?
do it, Anders.
Is that part of it?
Well, I swear Frankie would have hurt her hand there, but go
Someone
for
just
it.
said put it in your mouth. Yes, that's how eating works, ladies and gentlemen. We're educating you all here
Do it,
today.
Anders. Drum roll, please. Okay, well,
Yeah.
how was that?
It's good. Felt
Yeah.
good. We should do that more often.
It's not very nice. I shouldn't have said that before you tasted it. You need to taste some now.
What, the crowd or us?
Yeah, you can have some. Does
We'll take
anyone
it to
want
the
some
party.
spit cake? There we go. Okay.
What does it taste like?
Oh my God, that cost 30 euros, by the way. Okay.
Someone over here wants
Right.
some, Frankie. You got some fans over here.
Okay, right. I'll share the spit in a bit. But before we do,
There we go. We've got our man.
we need to get on. Oh, there we go. James Banks is now going to share the spit with cake. It's very important you remember the second part of that phrase with the audience. James, come here. And
This tastes
James
like
Banks,
sugar.
by the way, he's been entertaining our audience all week. He's a superstar. And obviously, very valued member of the talent team here in Malmo.
Frankly, they've just built a tower of sugar out of this. I won't lie.
It's not tasty. Do you like it?
No.
No?
I'm not a fan.
I'm
now,
not a fan
the rest
either.
of the stuff on here is great. I can
Yeah,
vouch for that.
I can get
Even
behind
this?
the buns. The buns are good. I don't even know what that is, but go for it. Anyway, right, we need to move on to our next topic because it is all about the social media. We got 3 things that we loved on social media this week. So let's take a look at number 1. Oh, from Mouse Sports. All right, time to shine. Sorry, Greyhound Gaming, but playoffs are a no-hound zone. Hashtag ready, willing, able. Hashtag DH Masters. That kind of reminds me of Sadik's dog, Jaden. She's not allowed to come to events either, and I'm very sad about it.
Yeah, unfortunately. I'm still trying to get this to make sense. All right, time to shine. Sorry, Greyhound, but playoffs are no hound zone. Oh, it's in
They beat
favor
them, right?
of Mouse
They
Sports,
sent them
Ready,
home.
Willing, Able. Obviously, the movie. We all know it.
No.
You know the movie? The Mouse
I
Sports
don't.
movie?
I'm so
The
sorry.
1.6 movie.
Oh, maybe I do actually.
Yeah. It's got a good soundtrack.
Now,
Yeah, I'm not happy with that tweet, though. Is there anything better we can get up on the
I
screen?
feel like they've
Yeah,
gone
let's-
too
let's
soft
go
on
for
this one.
number 2. Let's go
like
for number
if you're going
2.
to do this Twitter thing, you've got to go hard. You've got to
Hard in the paint.
You've got to learn from Chad. Hire him as your social media manager. That would be a really good move.
You read it, Chuck, because
Oh,
I've got my
okay,
mouth
sorry.
full.
This is from the official Na'Vi Twitter account. Ready to catch some bees today, Guardian CSGO. Okay, so for those of you, see, I'm really good at explaining bad jokes because this is a terrible one. He's been put on the face of Mr. Miyagi. Now, for those of you, we got some 12-year-olds here in the front row. That's Karate Kid, one of the greatest movies of all time. Daniel-san, now he gets a Oh wait, I won't spoiler it. Watch Karate Kid.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah.
Now, our final highlight from social media features one of our own here at the DreamHack production team. Thanks, DreamHack CSGO, but we're kind of in the middle of something. Basically, one of the camera guys asked our floor manager to bring a stick in. Sorry, I've still got food in my mouth. I'm disgusting.
I can respect that. That's something I can get behind.
And he had a bag of marshmallows, and because we've got pyro, you might as well put that fire to good use because the Charlottes weren't playing too hot. So basically, when they finally did something, roasted a marshmallow. This was on the first map, by the way.
Huge fan of this.
You got anything to say about Astralis, Anders, as their biggest fan?
I thought the marshmallow was better than what they ended up performing at here at the tournament.
Wow.
Every way.
They
S'mores
melted.
are great. You can put them in like hot chocolate as well.
Yeah, that's always good.
There's a
S'mores?
lot of ways to go with that.
Yeah.
And
Alright.
if you had a bag of them and you didn't have a pillow, you could just sleep on the marshmallows and then eat them in the morning.
What's that silly thing the Americans do where they stuff as many marshmallows in their mouth as they can?
I mean, I would do that.
Chubby bunny or something it's called?
I mean, it's just shoving loads of stuff in your mouth, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've never heard about this game, but
Maybe we can play
I
it.
do it with anything, to be honest.
sounds
did
like
it with
choking
Kit Kat.
hazard.
We did. Yeah. Also, before we go, can I just tell the audience here that me and Chad, we were in Madrid, I think it was. And yeah, we were in Madrid because you got in a locker. Do you remember? I got a picture
Oh,
on my
yeah.
phone of
I
Chad
did
looking
get in
like
a
he's
locker.
dead in a locker. And Chad got a whole Kit Kat in his mouth, right? Very proud of this achievement. And then I got 5 fingers in my mouth.
But
That
I want
is
to
a
point
packet
out.
and a bit.
I want to point out that Frankie didn't eat hers. She spat it out.
That's because I have to fit into my jumpsuits, and so I had the Kit Kat in my mouth to prove a point, but I didn't have to swallow it, so I didn't.
Wait.
I'm not gonna continue.
Hey, I didn't even set that up.
And producer Daniela in my ear just said, "Okay, wrap it up." So thank you so much to everyone who's stuck around in the Malmo Arena, who's eaten the spit cake. Thank you so much to Sponge and Anders for joining me, and of course JW Brolin and the rest of Fnatic, our victors. I also get to say thank you so much to the production team at DreamHack for putting on an incredible event here in Malmo. We will see you at the next one because we tend to have an overtime show at every DreamHack event. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed and saying there's going to be one at Rotterdam as well. So good night. Thank you so much for watching.